everybody, it's Zerilius. I'm hopping back onto Decidia, Omnia. Oh man, that is such a mouthful. And what we're gonna do today is host the co-op event for Agrias and do some draws. That is the game plan. As you see, our daily login bonus. We got a ticket, so let's go ahead and snatch that. And as you can see, I did some grinding offline yesterday and cleared this place out of all of its tickets and most of its high shards. This is all I got left, which that's what 35 gold tokens. That's really easy to get. As you also can see, there's usually 10 tokens, armor tokens in here, but I went ahead and bought 2 of them and got my Aiko's armor completed. So all I got left for her is to get her up to crystal strength 60. She's at 55 right now. But let's go ahead and get to the draws. And I do realize I have 6,200 gems, and as much as I would love to drop 5k gems on this draw, I'd much rather save it. Oh my gosh! Let's go! Yes! That should help out a lot with the EX mission. Don't know how we're gonna max it out, but that should help a lot. Yeah, it's usually best to spend about 15k, 20k gems on a draw if you are going to use your gems. Just because a better chance to get everything. And granted, I've gotten up to 4, 5-star weapons before from a plus 10 draw, from a gem draw, but this is why I say 15 to 20k just gives you a better chance to at least max a weapon out. So instead of doing stuff like I've done recently and sell off your weapons. Oh, got her 15. Oh man. Saw 22 tickets. We got 2 5-stars already. Got 13 left. Come on, give me stuff for Agrias. If you notice these little check marks on like the 4-star and 5-star armors or weapons, it just means you limit break them and maxed out the level on them. So once you do that, that character will permanently learn whatever skills come with that piece of gear. Those of you that are just joining this, see like with Shantanto and the Pride Staff, yeah, it's a 4-star weapon, but I went ahead and combined 3 of those. You can't use power orbs for 4-star gear. For 4-star weapons, you can't use power orbs on armor, which is kind of crappy, but as you see, the little check mark just lets me know I've already completed that staff. And with this, I believe the weapon abilities cost 2 and the armor abilities cost 5 CP. I mean, they're nice little stat boosts. They're better than what they get, or usually they're a bit better than what you would get from just leveling them up every 5 levels, because every 5 levels the character gets, they'll get some kind of stat boost that costs about 2 CP. So Usually they're not as high as like 36 attack or 110 brave or like 42 defense. Now you usually get about 26 to 30 defense, about 26 to 30 attack, and about, I don't know, I forget what the brave is. I think it might be 110 brave. So don't completely dismiss your 4-star weapons because they can just. Oh! On the last draw, oh my gosh! Sorry, I'm freaking out. Yes, 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 and yes. So, man. I really want to do a gym draw. I really do. I know I shouldn't, but I want to. I want to. But yeah, completing with our 4-star gear can be useful. Yeah, be an extra 2 to 5 CP you have to throw on the character, but you know the stats are usually much better than you'd get from a level up. And just to show you guys what I'm talking about, with them, see these blue uh, skills right here? Those are from the weapons. You know, his 15 and 35 CP weapons. That's from his current armor. If you have the weapon or armor equipped, it will be considered an active affinity ability, and you don't have to spend CP for that. You know, that was just his armor CP, which is 84 defense. And then where's his 4-star weapon? Did I even get his 4-star weapon? No. But yeah, all these down here, which cost 2 CP, these are all from, you know, leveling them up 5 times all the way up to 50. So 10 skills in all, and it's usually just HP, max brave, attack, and defense for every character. And every character is a little bit different. You know, like their HP values. His HP value will be different from other characters. You know, the same with his attack values and max brave values and stuff like that. So, just to show even more what I'm talking about, let me go into her. And as you see, I have no blue skills with her. Unfortunately, I've only gotten her 15 CP bow, and I believe it's at limit break 2 at the moment. But as you see here, is for her every 5 level ups up to 50, 34 attack, 30 defense, 320 HP, only 105 max brave. So, well, take that into consideration when you're buffing up a character. I mean, you're gonna usually want all of those equipped. Like if I have to sacrifice something, I usually do defense first, then HP, just because you do want max brave and attack, because that's your main way of doing damage. And enemies can't kill you if they're dead. So, I'll go ahead and do the co-op. I'm gonna go ahead and host this battle. Actually, let's come over to enhancements real quick. And man, just one each. That's a heartbreaker right there. Well, I might as... Oh no, not limit break. You know, get these up to level 20. Ideally, you want to limit break weapons in gear before you level it up, because with each limit break it adds another 5 levels to the weapon or gear or armor, you know, and but the cost of it will go up the higher level the gear is. So for example, let's just do this. Go ahead, orbs. I just want a level up from this. You see, one costs 300 gold, and it will go up 2 levels. Now, next time I use one orb, it's probably going to cost me about 400. Oh no, it still costs 300. Okay, maybe I didn't level it up enough. Anyway, you get the point. The higher level a weapon is when you go to level it up, the more expensive it's going to be. I'm usually not worried about it. I usually float around uh, 1,000,000 gold or close to, or not gold, gil. Yeah, I know all you Final Fantasy fans are slaying me right now. Yeah, but I stay close to 1,000,000 gil, and you know, I've never really had issues with money supply, so I really don't care that much with how much I'm spending. You know, and if I am dangerously low, best thing to do is sell your power and armor orbs. No, because with these events, like what I'm about to do, these co-op events, the tokens, those power and armor orbs are pretty much unlimited. So you grab as many of them as you have tokens for. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead and auto her. So yeah, you can grab as many gems as possible. Or not gems, but orbs as possible until you can max them out 999. Then if you really need the gold, you can sell them for a pretty penny. You know, and that's pretty much what I do every now and then, is just try to max out my power armor orbs, sell about half of them, and it keeps my gold up to standard. I'm gonna go over and switch over to Chocobo, because these bosses do go down really, really fast. I mean, I was in parties where both of them were going down before, you know, Agrias can charge her EX weapon, which is insane. These bosses are extremely easy. So if you have like an anti-magic character like Silas that's ready to go, and you don't have any of these, I would suggest using somebody like her. You know, I'm trying to think of some other ones that are anti-magic. I guess Galuf and would be good in here too. Just the whole counter aspect too, because, well, no, because they do have a couple of group attacks. Oh, did I go guest? That's not right. Alright, let's try this again. Host. But yeah, if anybody that you have full MLB should be fine for this quest. Let's go ahead and request some people. Usually when I'm hosting, I usually do free recruits. But every now and then I'll invite friends, and as you can see, it takes forever for them to respond because they won't get that notification until they're done with whatever stage that they're in. There's times I come out of a level and this little arrow over here will be flashing red. Then you go into that friends tab and try to join, and the party's already full. I would say let's give this about another 10 seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over to free recruit. And bam, see how easy peasy that was. And yeah, don't worry about bringing these summons. I know a lot of people have been rocking the brothers, that summon right there. But it's not necessary. Come in with a Chocobo Sylph, quick hitter, because you're not going to be able to get those summons off against these bosses. Especially in a full boosted party like this. Let's just go ahead and open up with a water swirl. And this is good. You get to show off Ash's ability, which is just a little underwhelming, but great for breaking people with a lot of brave, or enemies with a lot of brave. As you see, they don't even do that much damage. I think these guys float up into the air, which I don't know what triggers that. I know usually when they get to about half damage, they will fly up into the air, but I've seen them go up into the air with no damage on them at all, and they got a couple of powerful moves from that location too, namely a move called Lance Assault, which does a pretty penny to your brave damage. Yeah, you see, that dude floated up. I thought it was, I want to give him a half, though. Start floating. But this is where the most powerful attacks come from. You definitely don't want them to have any brave. Like, I've seen them do HP attacks with oh, that's my bad. I was looking at the wrong thing. But yeah, I've seen them do HP attacks with about 1k brave, which nothing significant. But as you see, when they get up there, I've seen them get up to 11k brave, which is probably more health than any character in the party has. I mean, characters that over 10k health, there's only a few, and that's only if they're fully geared. Ico, Warrior of Light are two of them, but that's only during boosted stuff and boosted events. They kind of hang around 8-9k without the boost, so I can't wait till they come out with a damage limit break, which I think is what they're building up for. Hopefully sometime soon they're releasing 5-star Idogas, which is basically where you get your bonus skills from, such as alright, let's go ahead and do this again. But your Idoga skills, the passive ability artifacts, yeah, they're finally coming out with 5-star Idogas. There's a vote, it's close now, where they voted on 10 people, but apparently these new Idogas have a better chance at getting 2-star yeah, 2-star abilities or 2-star passives. So that will be interesting. And they just said they didn't release any kind of solid update for that or time frame for that. They just said and soon. So yeah, waiting for that. The 10 characters that were voted. I can show you guys later. I know Squall was in there. Kate Sith made it in there for some reason. Warrior of Light, Terra. Um, well, that's all I can name off the top of my head. Those are usually the most popular characters: Squall, Warrior of Light, and Terra. You can actually just run through most of this game with those 3 characters as long as they're full MLB. Which I have no idea why it's called MLB. I have no idea what it stands for. I just know that's the phrasing used. It just refers to your character's weapon skills, weapons and gear skills. So if they say full MLB, it means they got, the 15 and 35 CP weapons along with the armor. So, alright, let's go. That was a quick party up. Yeah, I know. I've been playing this game since it came out. I've taken a break here and there, but that leveling up your chocobo and sylph summon is a pain in the butt, and it's a pain in the butt. Just because the items that you need for them rarely drop. I mean, granted, you can get them from just about any stage. There's a chance for them to drop. But at the same time, it's such a rare drop. You'll have to do the stage several times just to get 1 or 2. And at this level, I need 200 of one thing, I think 150 of another. Then the hardest thing to get, I need 100 of them. And they both use 2 of the maps needed to level them up are the same thing too. So you're pulling from the same pool. I'm pretty sure if I just focused on one or the other, I could have had at least one of them maxed out, preferably Chocobo. Just because parties HP by 250, which isn't much, but the 1.1 attack is just awesome. It allows you to dish out some major damage. But as you can see, with both bosses, you're getting dropped before we can even do our summons. And Chocobo, we had 2 people in there with Chocobos, and yeah, they weren't even fully charged, which is Sylph and Chocobo are the. Hey. Alright, making sure I'm recording. Sorry about the earlier video. I accidentally hit the power button on my tablet and just shut the whole thing down, and I thought I was recording a second part and it ended up with absolutely nothing. So sorry about that, but there were a couple of things I did want to show off. First off, I got 6 more tickets from missions and rolled those and ended up with another 2 5-star weapons. which is Laguna's weapon, and Ash's, another Ash's 15 CP weapon. These two right there, as well as King's 4-star weapon, as you see up there, which is semi good since I do have him full MLB'd, and he's rocking a 1-star weapon right now. I can use that in the future. So just wanted to show you guys that real quick, and then talking about the new artifacts for passive abilities coming out. Talked a little bit about it in the video. Oops, wrong thing. So, yeah, there was a vote. The vote's now closed. But, these 10 characters will be featured in the next spring hunt, which we established is coming on the 18th of this month. So yeah, these are your 10 characters. Don't necessarily agree with all of them, especially characters that have been in the game for a while, like Squall, Cloud, Warrior of Light, Terra, and Vaughn. You know, Kate Sith, yeah, a lot of people are using Kate, but he's a bit underwhelming. You know, granted, he does a massive, or he can get his max brave massively higher than or his brave HP brave attack way higher than his max brave. I think it's 200%. I want to say, but at the same time, it takes a while to set that up. I mean, he's more of a support character than offensive, and I just don't think people have realized that yet. You know, I really wish he wasn't on the list. You know, gone for somebody like Jack or Paplamo, or you know, somebody like that who would be a lot more useful. You know, like I said, with Squall, Cloud, Terra, Warrior, Light, and Vaughn, I mean, you pretty much start off with Cloud and Warrior of Light. You know, Squall was the very first character introduced outside of who you can get from story mode, and I think Terra was either the second or third character introduced. So yeah, those four in particular, there's no reason why people shouldn't have the skills. And then, granted, new players probably want them, and this is probably who did most of the voting, because all the old school players are just, yeah. You know, I didn't vote for Squall. Terra, my Terra does need a little bit of work. I think I have her trans at 2-star, and I wanted at least 4-star. You know, I know a lot of people try to get the 6-star trans, but she has a bit of trouble maxing out, and that's how I try to build my characters. I want them to hit their max brave with their HP moves, whatever they may be. And with 6-star trans, Terra I've seen tons of people with it, and they just have trouble hitting their max brave. But that's all I wanted to show you guys. Oh, the April schedule, show you when that spring those artifacts will be coming to the game. Like I said, those brand new artifacts, they are 5-star from what it looks like, and they will be coming on the 18th of this month. And since there's 10 characters, I'm pretty sure each one will have 5 characters featured. This is just the schedule for the rest of the month. This month is kind of slow. There's not a lot going on in Opera Omnia this month. But yeah, that's Agrias, which we're in right now. Palome's coming in 4 days. What was that? Good. yeah, Plum's coming in 4 days, and yeah, that's pretty much it. All we got to look forward to now is just the new artifacts and Plum. Palom, however you pronounce that. I'm not sure. Like I said, I think he might be from Final Fantasy 11. I'm not too familiar with the character. I never played 11. I didn't hear a lot of good things about it, so I kind of stayed away. But I know there are still people playing it. So, but anyway, that should wrap it up. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.